Brandon from EngraveCo with another episode of Engrave This. I've got the kids today here, as you can see. I'm getting ready to take them over to the babysitters, aka my mother-in-law's. Jackson refuses to be in the video. Come here, bud. Jake. But my other child, my fur baby, will make his premiere in our Engrave This video. Today we're gonna engrave a pumpkin. Halloween's next Thursday, so we're gonna see if we can either laser engrave and or laser cut a pumpkin. So, should we do it? Yeah? Can you say hi to the camera?
Hi.
Hi. Say come along with us. Say subscribe to our videos. Say we engrave really cool things. Say love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later. So we need to find a pumpkin that is as flat as possible, because otherwise the laser won't be able to focus on the surface of the pumpkin. So that's going to kind of be the challenge here, since pumpkins are naturally not flat. Alright guys, did you have fun at the pumpkin patch?
Yeah.
Did we get some pumpkins
Yeah.
to laser engrave?
Yeah.
Now where are we going?
Grandma.
To Grandma's. Are you so excited?
Yeah, and see our cousins.
And see your cousins. Let's do it. Alright, got our pumpkins. Next stop, Grandma's. Next stop, the office. Okay, so here are the pumpkins. They have to be pretty flat. This one's pretty flat. This one's pretty flat. And so I've been working with Heather. Heather is our graphic designer. She made her debut in our YouTube channel when she ate the marshmallow.
Yes. Oh, dang.
It's like a squish. So now you officially know Heather. But I've been working with Heather on what we're going to engrave on these pumpkins. And this is what she came up with. Great job.
Thank you.
The only problem with this is a little more square than it is vertical. You're gonna squeeze it in and make it skinny and tall?
Yeah, so I think basically I can just squish in these letters or even like move this underneath and then move some of the bats so that we can make it portrait rather than the landscape that it is now. And I think that would work out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So the goal is to hopefully just laser engrave that, because again, we can't really roll around any of these surfaces because the laser will lose its focus. So, and then we've got this one here that's got some pretty sweet detail in it that we're going to try to do, but we also need to make that one more vertical than it is horizontal.
So for that one, we can probably just do the 2 trees. Again, just like squish in the letters, and then maybe with the branches we can have an outline around the trees, so that rather than engraving the branches, that's going to be the negative space, and we're going to engrave the black around.
Oh, so it's
the
inverted,
branches. Yeah.
more or less. Okay.
Because then this will be the piece of the pumpkin, so we don't have to worry about engraving the small details.
Sweet. Sounds good. Get her done.
Let's do it.
All right. So I ran into a slight issue. So if you look in the machine here, this pumpkin is too large. It has to be able to come under the laser, and our table right now is dropped all the way And as you can see, so I need about a 1/2 inch underneath the tip of that laser, and it's too big. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to cheat, and I'm just gonna have to slice some off the back, and I'm just gonna engrave the front. I was hoping I could get around not having to do this. Carving pumpkins is great, but there's nothing super great about ripping guts out of a pumpkin. So anyways, no getting around it. Unless I want all the guts in the engraving machine, which I don't, so. I've got my flatter pumpkin. And if we walk over here to the engraving machine, we should perfect. Plenty of clearance now. The machine will focus itself here. There we go. I will have to get this a little bit more flat so that we have more surface to engrave on, but that should do the trick. And then while I was at it, I checked this one, and this one was flat enough. So I won't have to cut any off of this one, so it should be good. And in the meantime, while I was cutting my pumpkin, Heather updated the design file. So we should be good to go. Let's fire some lasers up and see what we can do to this pumpkin here. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. So you'll notice here on the ends, on the left and the right, so like up here in the top left corner of the H, it looks a little discolored compared to some of the other parts like the P and the two P's, the H, the bats. What's happening is the laser, as it rolls around off to around the curve of the pumpkin, it's going out of focus, and when the laser goes out of focus, it burns more than it laser engraves. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to slow the laser down so we get a little bit deeper of a cut in there, and I'm going to make the focus a little more shallow so that hopefully it gets that Y in there just a little bit sharper. So let's adjust some settings here and see what we can do. Have you ever had any of your designs laser engraved into a pumpkin?
Never. I like that his teeth can still be seen.
So it's interesting, when I slowed the speed down a little bit, you'll notice that it's kind of like burning the pumpkin a little bit. Oh, but I can wipe it off. Would you look at that? So just have a little towel here. I'm going to see if I can wipe the goobers off.
Got a lot of those really small details too.
Check it out. What do you think? Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
It looks great.
We laser engraved a pumpkin.
With the pumpkin.
Got some crazy detail on there too.
Yeah.
Looks super good.
Even like the in between the little teeth. Got all of those.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, on to number 2.
Yes.
Let's try it. All right, so got the new file with the outline, and we got the new pumpkin in the machine. Pumpkin is pretty much as flat as I think I'm going to be able to get it. I had to prop it up there with a couple of pieces of tape. The file's good to go. Camera's rolling. Let's let it rip. Get the graphic designer stamp of approval?
Yeah. I think there's a few tiny little things that you can't see as well, but still carved out the little eye.
So that was, let's see if we can show you here. That was some spooky eyes hiding in the tree there. It got them right there. And you can see how small those are. Did some amazing detail.
Yeah, even the little lines in the eyes. It still got those. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. I got this little guy here to hopefully try to cut something out of without really realizing that if I cut a hole in that, it's going to be hard to gut it out. So I think I'm going to cheat again, and I'm just going to slice the back off of it and then try to cut some. I'm going to gut it out from the back, see if I can cut something out of the front with the laser. So we'll see what happens. Wah wah. It's a dense gourd. There is no hollowness to this pumpkin. We'll try to cut something out of this since it's already semi-gutted. Okay, since our smaller pumpkin wasn't hollow, I'm gonna see if I can just cut something out of this. I'm just gonna do, good old-fashioned boo. As with anything that's cut out of a pumpkin, you always run into the issue where, like on the O, you're gonna have the big O cut out, and then it's gonna fall through, and then it's gonna try to cut the inside of the O out. So, anyways, I guess my goal is not to actually cut a cool looking design into this pumpkin. I'm just gonna see if I can do it. see what we got here. Let's for sure cut it out. I'm not sure how thick it's gone through, but as you can see here, let's see if I can show you. And the inside part of that bee is for sure loose. I'm gonna see if I can gut out, since I have my huge gaping hole here. Can't see anything on the other side. I'm gonna see if I can gut this a little bit and figure out how deep that cut into the pumpkin. Check it out. Cut that thick. That's pretty thick. So I need to cut this out to maybe a little bit less than a ½ inch, or gut it out. You can see see how thick that is there? That's pretty cool. It smells like burning things. But it worked. I cut it out. It's pretty sweet. Alright, now I've got to try something. See if we can actually do this here. Alright, so I've got my pumpkin gutted and thinned, hopefully to a point where it's thin enough that we can laser it out. So I had to basically gut the whole pumpkin to the point where it was about that thick. Now that I know that I can do it, that the laser can go deep enough to do it, should work. So let me get this graphic going and we'll come back to the pumpkin here in just a second. One thing that I am going to try, I'm going to see if I can record this being cut out from the inside of the pumpkin. Let's let her rip, see what happens here. This is incredibly, oddly satisfying. It worked. There it is in all its glory. Well, I would say that that is a success. It's not bad for a laser. I did actually get some video of it cutting from the back side. It's not super great video, but we'll put it in this video so you can at least see it a little bit. So. We did it! We cut and laser engraved a pumpkin. Success. Happy Halloween from your friends here at EngraveCo. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Show it to your kids after they go trick-or-treating. I don't know. Anyways, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Engrave This. Hit the like button, it really helps us out. And if you really like these videos, turn on your notifications so you don't miss one. Thank you and happy Halloween.